Hi there, it's Rob Yates. Welcome to this evening's episode of Tetrakey TV. Coming to you for the 50th time in 2017, so a big round of applause for us. And I just want to thank you all for having joined us, watched, contributed, questioned, commented, shared and liked for the 50 episodes we've put together so far in 2017 for you. This features as part of 260 minimum Facebook Lives that we're going to offer you and episodes of Tetrakey TV in 2017. So thank you for joining us. We're enjoying the commitment, coming up with something new for you each and every evening, Monday to Friday, 9 p.m. South African time, which kind of puts it at 7 o'clock in the UK, and breakfast time if you're in Australia, and in the US you're probably still at work. But it's great fun coming up with the ideas, and so thank you. That's all I can say really, is thank you for joining us, thank you for liking, thank you for clicking share, and thank you for continuing to do so. Our aim for this is just to spread as much information, knowledge and thought as widely as humanly possible, so that as many people as possible can have an amazingly successful 2017. And all we ask you to do is please click share, please like, follow us, whatever it is, whatever version of social media you're getting this on. Please engage and please share it to your community so that you enable us to share this stuff as widely as possible. This evening, what I want to have a chat about is how the answer to winning in business is not achieved by using the same solutions that most use. And for me, I've been thinking about this one for a while. It's almost crucial. The have a product and sell it business mentality is one that some would argue is outdated, or some would argue that just is the mentality of business owners that's keeping business owners broke. So I want to have a think this evening about other ideas and other solutions that we can use to win in business. A few exciting things. If you haven't downloaded our first book yet, tonight at midnight or 1 minute past 12 via Facebook, and I believe Australia is going to be the first country in the world to receive this, you will get the ability to go on our Facebook page and download book number 2. It's all about accelerating your business's performance. So that will be happening just after midnight tomorrow on the 14th of March. Midnight tonight on the 14th of March. So do that, and it will be available to download via our website, tetrakey.com, tomorrow. So get involved with that, get learning, use it, put the stuff in practice in your business. And if you already have been one of the lucky ones to get the first viewing of the book, we'd really love to hear your feedback. We'd love a testimonial from you. We'd love a comment on Facebook, a message, a short video, something to let us know about how you're engaging with the material and how it is you're going forwards. Another thing to mention is our fly on the wall coaching documentary, Get Coached. Applications closed on Friday night last week, and tomorrow I will be emailing all of the applicants who have applied with what their next step is and stage is in terms of getting 3 months worth of free business coaching from my co-founder Mark Hopkins and myself. So that'll be coming out to you tomorrow, and I'll keep you via Tetrakey TV. I will keep you updated with where we are with this project. Coaching is likely to start live in about a month's time, maybe 3 weeks' time, depending on how our timelines move. And after that, the documentary will start to air at the end of April, beginning of May. So hopefully fill the void to give you 1 month's worth of Tetrakey TV before book number 3 comes out in early June. So there we go, enough stuff to keep you busy, entertained and engaged. And if nothing else, you've got 210 Facebook Live Tetrakey TVs to enjoy throughout the rest of 2017. So please click like, please click share, please give us a heart, please engage, please comment, and please just in general be the very best version of you. So tonight's thoughts: the answer to winning in business is not achieved by using the same solutions that most use. Got me thinking about this. Quite a while ago, somebody said to me, you should aim to serve as many customers as possible and allow the business to take care of itself. And that kind of threw me a little bit. And then I started looking at other business models. And in the coaching space and training and learning space, I looked at Udemy and how their business model works. You see, on Udemy, once they've approved your training course you want to put up, either you can market it yourself and just use their platform, in which case they get a very small percentage and you get, I think, 97, 98%, maybe you can get 100% now of what it is you get in terms of selling your training product. Or if Udemy markets it for you and gets sales for you, you do a 50-50 split with Udemy. And so I wasn't thinking so much about putting my stuff on Udemy, but I was thinking about Udemy's model. You see, Udemy doesn't make much per sale. In fact, you could actually argue that the cost of what you pay for a Udemy course is very, very small in comparison to what you get. So I just started thinking, well, how does their business model stack up? What can we learn from this? And the reality is their business model stacks up on hundreds of thousands of very, very small amounts of money, sometimes only $1 or a couple of dollars, sometimes more than that, admittedly. But that's how their business model stacks up. And so maybe we need to be thinking in our business as an idea is how many customers can we serve at what price point? You know, if you could serve 100,000 people at $1 a head, that's $100,000. And you then think about this, okay, that's not very much per head. And this is where most business people get stuck. Well, it's a $500 product that I'm selling here. And here's the thing, you could argue very, very strongly that it's better to have 100,000 sales at $1 than it is to have, let's say, 20 at $500. You could argue that because it's a much easier sale at $1. But also, if you've got a database with 100,000 people on it or more, what can you do with that in terms of your business? Could you upsell people to more products? Could you serve them in more ways? Could you leverage off that in the US if you've got more than 100,000 people in your CRM, your customer database? You can lease your database of people for roughly $1 per person per month. If you've got 100,000 or more. So suddenly getting your database of 100,000 as quickly as humanly possible becomes very, very important to you, because now you've got a residual income of about $100,000 a month arriving in your bank account. And you go and run the figures on that, that's $1.2 million a year. So getting as many people as possible, as quickly as possible, would be a solution that I see almost no small business owners pursuing. Because we kind of want to have the money now, and we're not willing to wait for 12 or 18 months. We're not willing to, frankly, eat shit longer, or persevere longer, or keep going longer, because we believe this all has to happen now. We want the gratification now. And frankly, that mentality keeps all the people who use it broke. And if you're using it, it'll keep you broke as well. So what are you going to do that's different? So lots and lots and lots of customers. How else could you build your business? Well, what other models are there out there? Well, you can't go and become an Airbnb or I've forgotten it. I've forgotten it. An Airbnb very, very easily yourself. But is there another way where you could solve a problem for two sets of people? For instance, you become the middle person between consumers who want to buy and suppliers who want more consumers. That effectively is Airbnb. Is that what you could do? And yet again, that works on volumes of people and very small percentages. But or taxis, you know, we've already got out there. I've forgotten them. Somebody will comment me what the taxi firm is, you know, the little app. brain's gone dead, is that yet again a middle person between people who want to earn money off their vehicles and drive them with customers in, and people who need a convenient taxi service to pick them up and transport them around. So is that another thing you could do, fulfill the middle person? Another way of thinking about it, and a lot of people overcharge on this particular idea, is they sell a product and then they want to sell the servicing part of their product. You know, the monthly update, the monthly whatever backup, the monthly service, the monthly whatever it is. And most people overcharge on that, and the take up for that generally is pretty small. And what we say to ourselves is, oh, well, the consumer loses. When it breaks, I'll just charge them more to fix what it was that I would have been servicing. Here's the thing, that's a lottery. So if I get something made and I don't take, or built and I don't take the service plan, what I do is I come back and complain to you to start with. And if you don't give me a satisfactory outcome from my complaint, I'm highly likely to shop around for another provider to come and solve the problem. In my mind, that monthly sort of servicing piece that goes on should be done at absolute break even, maybe even as a loss leader, just to keep that person as a current customer who's your current customer, who isn't going to wander off somewhere else likely. Somebody who you can engage in, who you can get referrals from, who you can access their network. And you see, what we're trying to do the entire time with that service offering is we're trying to sell it at our usual profit. Frankly, if you want to grow a business, you need to keep your customers. It costs 7 times more to find a new customer than it does to retain an old one. So even if you were to make a small loss on that servicing package, so be it. Don't aim for a profit on that. Keeping your customers is so important. And here's the thing. How often do you access your customer's network? How often do you ask for referrals? And I don't mean send an email and go, can you introduce me to a friend? I mean, pick up the phone, buy them a cup of coffee, see them face to face. Those are the things that those servicing packages really, really, really offer. They should not be seen as a for-profit entity if you want to be successful with them and get far more out of them. And that goes against how many small business owners' brains work, because we think we should have this profit out of everything, as opposed to seeing that if we leverage off on a face-to-face basis our customers well enough, and I get 5 referrals that purchase from my customer, that loss leader of a servicing package is well worth it. And so there's a few ideas there this evening on how it is that you could go and run a business that's not how other people do it. Another way of running a business that's not how other people do it is to buy stuff on eBay and sell it on Amazon, because a certain sort of person is far happier to pay more on Amazon because they feel the website's more trusted than they are on eBay. So you can keep flipping stuff, and on average you can add 50% profit to every purchase made. You keep flipping stuff, you become the person who fills cardboard boxes, who takes it to the post office or to DHL or FedEx or whoever it is you're using, and you keep flipping, and you keep making the 50% until eventually that becomes your full-time job, or till eventually that gives you enough cash to start the business of your dreams. The biggest challenge I face as a coach is most people are not willing to do the out-of-the-box, slightly sideways thinking stuff. They want it, and they want it now, and they can't think any further than making a one-to-one sale. I have a product, it's worth $500, I'll give you a discount, so I'll give it to you for $430, and we make that and I hunt somebody else. And we don't really think about how much more can I leverage sideways. Is it that I just need to sit patiently and quietly and keep selling stuff really cheaply, even at a loss, for 18 months or 2 years until I've got 100 or 200,000 people in my database, that then, as I said earlier, we can start leasing out that information on the database. And yes, around consumer protection, there is ways of doing that legally in case you face Poppy or one of those sorts of things. A great example of a business that does just that would be Amazon, who traded at a loss for a significant part of its early years. And I believe that it's only in the recent few years that Amazon has even started to break even or turn a profit. Amazon Amazon, I would suspect, going forward from that, is going to wipe the floor on online advertising and marketing in the next 2 to 3 years, especially with their home automation stuff. And if you don't have an Amazon home automation strategy in your business now, you need to get one, because in 3 or 4 years' time, we're all going to be talking to our automated Amazon thing, like Siri on an iPhone, and making our purchasing decisions and our decisions about the world around that. So build a strategy. So there's some thoughts on that sort of stuff this evening. Think wide, think long term, think beyond the next 6 months. Be prepared to have a very tight financials for the next year or 2 years, and that will take something that may well look like $500,000 now into $5 or $50 million in a couple of years' time if you keep ploughing that cash back into the business. If you want any more information on that, drop me an email, have a chat, let's have a Skype. I'd love to hook up and chat with you at some point in time. Please click like, please click share, and thank you again so much for joining us for 50 episodes in 2017. I thoroughly look forward to bringing you the next 210, and later this week you'll be joined by Mark, because I'll be up in the air on my way to Seattle. So have a great 24 hours further. I look forward to seeing you then, and please stay awesome.